Professional skepticism. Professional skepticism for an auditor. It is a component of auditor's general duty of care that applies throughout the audit. It is an attitude that includes questioning mind and critical assessment of the appropriateness and sufficiency of audit evidence, and it comprises of three elements: attribute, mindset, and action. What is attribute? It is a quality, feature, or behavior, trait, or essential part of auditor. The second, it's mindset. It's thinking, how auditor thinks, approaches the questioning mind, being alert. And the action is the procedures, the communication, the issue of an opinion is the action. So professional skepticism is an attitude that includes questioning mind and critical assessment of evidence. So when does the auditor should apply? When is going to audit apply the professional skepticism? In reality, the professional skepticism should be applied throughout the audit, but there are certain stages of audit where the professional skepticism should be applied. First stage is the assessing the engagement acceptance. During the acceptance stage of the engagement or the client, the professional skepticism should be applied. Second, performing risk assessment procedures. During the performance of the risk assessment procedures, professional skepticism should be applied. Then thirdly, when obtaining the audit evidence, professional skepticism should be applied. And last, when evaluating the evidence or reviewing the evidence, professional skepticism should be applied during the acceptance, during the risk assessment procedures, when obtaining evidence, and when reviewing the evidence. So professional skepticism should be applied throughout the audit. Some specific areas to apply professional skepticism, or there are must areas where professional skepticism should be applied. First is the fraud. During the detection, if professional skepticism is applied, then the detection of fraud is easier. Next is accounting estimates. Why? In areas of accounting estimates, professional skepticism should be applied because judgments are involved, and where judgment management is involved, there is a risk of manipulation. Third, going concern. In deciding and in considering the going concern, a greater amount of professional skepticism should be applied because there is uncertainty, there is a future, something is future based. Fourth is a related party transaction. Related party transaction are usually the disclosures in the financial statement, and is an area more prone to the manipulation or risk because of related party and potential for the fraud. And last is when considering the laws and regulation, because there is a risk of non-compliance, there is risk of chances of detection of non-compliance. So there is a chances of non-compliance. So areas to apply professional skepticism are fraud, accounting estimates, going concern, related party transaction, and consideration of laws and regulation. Professional skepticism requires auditor to be alert to audit evidence that contradicts with other evidence, information that brings the question the reliability of the document, and response to inquiries to be used as audit evidence, and the condition that may indicate possible fraud, the circumstances that suggest the need for audit procedure in addition to those required by international standards of auditing. If professional skepticism is not exercised, the auditor may overlook unusual circumstances, use unsuitable audit procedure, and reach inappropriate conclusions.